A lot of people is all know about resident Ho Chí Minh, right?
Yes.
He's one of the father of Vietnamese nation, and we knew that he devoted a lot his life to safeguarding the future of his people. Today we will to talk about our resident, his life and his leadership.
First on, you should know about President Ho Chí Minh life story, including his childhood and his career. Now we would like to take you on a journey through the life and legacy of President Ho Chí Minh.
Ho Chí Minh was born in 1890 with the name Nguyễn Sinh Cung in Hoàng Trù village. He grew up in a poor but educated family. His father, Nguyễn Sinh Sắc, was a scholar who was honest and cared deeply about people. His mother, Hoàng Thị Lan, was gentle, hardworking, and always devoted to her children. Their small home had books, traditional values, and a strong belief that education could change a person's life. As a child, Cung lived among rice fields and village roads. He saw the hard life of poor farmers under French colonial. Even at a young age, he witnessed unfair tax, people losing their land, and French soldiers treating people badly. These images stay in his mind and slowly form his sense of justice and love for ordinary people. When his family moved to Huế, the imperial capital, Cung entered a different world. He studied in Franco-Vietnamese school, where he learned both Vietnamese and French. He was introduced to Western ideas and saw how the French controlled Vietnam. He noted that the Nguyễn monarchy was weak and that its officials had a little power against French. The words liberty, equality, fraternity that he learned in school did not match the reality of operations he saw every day. This made him think deeply about freedom and human dignity. During this time, Cung faced great personal loss when his mother passed away. This pain forced him to grow up early and become strong. He continued studying, gaining not only knowledge from books, but also a deeper understanding of his country's suffering. Later, while working in and teaching in Phan Thiết and Saigon, he met fishermen, workers, and officers like their lives saw that same struggle he was seeing since childhood. From this, he knew that Vietnam couldn't solve this problem alone. To save his country, he needed to travel, learn from another nation, and understand how people around the world fight for independence. In 1911, using the name Nguyễn Tất Thành, he made a life-changing decision. Early in morning on June 5, at the Saigon port, the 21 years old stood in front of the French ship Admiral La Tour with only determination and the hope of finding a way to free his people. He stepped onto the ship. It was a journey full of uncertainty, but it made a beginning of a historic path, one that would later change the destiny of Vietnam.
On a morning in 1911, he stepped onto a French ship, leaving his homeland behind and ready to face any challenges. Ho Chí Minh beginning a long journey in France and other countries across the world to find a chance to free Vietnam.
After leaving Vietnam in 1911, Nguyễn Tất Thành traveled across many continents before eventually arriving in France around 1911 in Paris. He lived a simple life, working as a kitchen helper, a photo retoucher, even performing odd jobs to earn enough to survive. Yet behind the humble job, he was quality of sharing French society, its wealth and its contradiction, the idea of liberty and equality, and the gap between the idea and the reality faced by colonized people. During the first time he connects with Vietnamese nationalists and workers living abroad, the brotherly stepped into political activity. Taking the name Nguyễn Iraq, he became a voice for the Vietnamese people. In 1919, he changed the cause of the Annamite people to the Versailles Conference, demanding peace, rights, and equality for Vietnam. Though the documents were ignored, it marked the first time a Vietnam characteristic really stood up on the world stage.
After a long journey, nearly 30 years, he traveled 20 study and fighting abroad. He returned to Vietnam on January 28, 1941. His homecoming marked the beginning of a new chapter, guiding the Vietnamese people toward the August Revolution and the birth of an independent nation.
When he came back to Vietnam, he began rebuilding the revolutionary movement from the ground up, alcohol living and working separately in the mountains of Khoa. He set up Việt Minh, which aimed to again rank and free out Vietnam.
After almost 30 years living and working in many countries to fight a way to free Vietnam, when Iraq returned to the northern mountain in 1941, he lived quietly in Cao Bằng and began rebuilding the revolutionary movement. Together with his comrades, he set up safe base, trained young members, and gathered different patriotic groups into one organization called the Việt Minh, with the main goal of gaining independence. From 1941 to 1945, Vietnam suffered in the paws of the French and the Japanese. War, hunger, and oppression make life extremely hard for ordinary people. During these difficult years, Hồ Chí Minh encouraged the people to believe in themselves and in the dream of freedom. He wrote leaflets, taught villagers, organized local military groups, and slowly built the strength needed for the future uprising. In mid-1945, as Japan was losing World War II, a chance for revolution appeared. Under Hồ Chí Minh direction, the Việt Minh called the whole country to rise up. This became the August Revolution, a fast and powerful movement in which the people took the control of the cities, villages, and government offices in just a few weeks. It ended almost 90 years of colonial rule. On September 2nd, 1945, at Biden Square, Hồ Chí Minh read the Declaration of Independence, announcing the birth of the Democratic Republic of Vietnam.
Hỡi đồng bào cả nước, tất cả mọi người đều sinh ra có quyền bình đẳng, tạo hóa cho họ những quyền không ai có thể xâm phạm được. Trong những quyền ấy có quyền được sống, quyền tự do và quyền mưu cầu hạnh phúc. Nước Việt Nam có quyền hưởng tự do và độc lập, và sự thật đã thành một nước tự do độc lập. Toàn thể dân tộc Việt Nam quyết đem tất cả tinh thần và lực lượng, tính mạng và của cải để giữ vững quyền tự do độc lập ấy.
For the first time in the modern history, Vietnam became an independent nation. However, peace did not last long. France returned and started another war. From 1946 to 1954, Hồ Chí Minh led the long resistance. He lived similarly in the Việt Bắc jungle area, working closely with soldiers and civilians. He encouraged everyone to stay united, to be patient, and to believe that victory would come even though the country lacked food, weapons, and supplies. The war reached its turning point in 1954 with the Battle of Điện Biên Phủ, where Vietnam forces defeat French strongest fortress. This victory shocked the world. After 1954, Vietnam was divided into North and South. Hồ Chí Minh continued to lead North Vietnam, focusing on rebuilding the country, improving education, and supporting the struggle in South for nation reunification. He worked with many international friends and became a symbol of hope for independent movement around the world. During the 1960s, Even as world were more intense, Ho Chi Minh remained a calm and steady leader. Though his health began to decline, he continued to guide the nation with patience and determination. On September 2nd, 1969, Ho Chi Minh passed away. His life from returning to Vietnam in 1941, leading the August Revolution, defeating colonial rule, and guiding the country toward unity, left a deep, lasting legacy for the Vietnam people.
But unfortunately, the father of the Vietnamese nation passed away on September 2nd, 1969. He left a deep and lasting legacy for the Vietnamese people. Even in his last moment, he continued to worry about the children.
President Hồ Chí Minh bring to Vietnam a chance to fight against France, and he did it. He continued in rural education and support southern Vietnam, where still were dominations by America.
After Ho Chi Minh passed away on September 2nd, 1969, the entire nation fell into deep mourning. Across cities and villages, people gathered to honor him, not only as a leader, but at the heart of their struggle for independence. Even though Vietnam was still divided and the war continued, his guidance, ideas, and determination remained the source of strength for millions. In the year that followed, Ho Chi Minh's teaching became a foundation for the country path forward. His message of unity, simplicity, compassion, and nation dignity continued to inspire both soldiers and frontline and citizens working behind the scene. Many people believe that his spirit skill encouraged Vietnam to stay strong until reunification finally came in 1975. His legacy lives on many fronts. He is remembered as a leader who devoted his entire life to the freedom of his people. As a symbol of courage, patience, and sacrifice, and a man whose personal simplicity became a lesson in humility for generations. His idea on independence, self-reliance, education, and solidarity still shape Vietnam's development today. More than a political figure, Ho Chi Minh became a cultural and moral symbol, someone who believed deeply in justice and in the power of ordinary people to change their destiny. His life story continues to be taught in school, studied around the world, and remembered by Vietnamese families as a part of their national identity. Even after his passing, the values he left behind, love for the nation, faith in the people, and the dream of united and peaceful Vietnam remain a guiding light for the future generation.
Ho Chi Minh's journey was long, challenging, and filled with sacrifice, yet every step he took was for the dream of a free and united Vietnam. He devoted his life to the nation he loved. Today, even though he is not longer here, the path he often continued to guide generations of Vietnamese people. It's not only a part of history, but also belies that a nation can rise by strength of its own people. Vietnamese still more forward. Unconscious fashion remain a lie that never fades.